Good morning. This is Miss McDonald. I have very important information for you regarding the FSA. I sent you all a message letting you know that we would be taking that on October the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd. It is a 3-day test. Please make sure you watch this video, take notes, and know for sure what's going on here. I'm going to be setting up a Kahoot that you'll do on your own for you to take. So pay attention to the details, then you'll do well on that. So knowing that we're going to take the FSA, remember that's a test that is on the computer. So you're going to be in some computer lab for 3 days. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd of September. Positive thinking. I will pass this test. I will pass this test. Tell yourself that. If you can convince yourself that you're capable of doing it, you are absolutely more capable of doing it. So first things first, let's learn about the FSA. Give me 2 seconds. Let me move something up. All right. The lowdown. You will have 90 minutes to work on each of the 3 sections. It's taken on 3 different days. You will have additional time after that 90 minutes if you want to do that. Technically, I think you can have the whole day. If you don't finish by, usually they do it this way. I'm not at campus, so I can't help make sure it does right now, but this is normally what you make sure they do. If you want more time, you continue to stay wherever you are and work on this up through for a lunch. Then you would go to 4B lunch and you would come back and finish. Sometimes, especially on that writing, that's a great idea because you can go take a break, get lunch, kind of give yourself a chance to breathe air and do and think about something else, and then come back and reread your paper. When you do that, you make changes that are usually very, very helpful. The first day usually is writing. I'm assuming they're going to do it this way again this year. And then the following 2 days are reading. All right, there are 5 achievement levels. We want to reach at least a 3. Right now, if you're in my class and don't have a passing score, you're either a level 1 or a level 2. We want to be at least a level 3. Level 3 is a 350. Awesome. Go for a level 4 or 5. You have to take the reading and the writing to pass. You can't just take, I'll take 1 day of writing and get a passing score. It doesn't work like that. You have to take all 3 days. So please make it a priority to be there. If for some reason you know you can't be there and there's an appointment that you can change now, please do that. Because what happens is later on they'll do makeups, and many times, especially with me not on campus, they miss your name and then you don't get a chance to take that 3rd day. Then you've wasted your time to do the other ones. Right? There is a certain time frame. I believe it's the last day of September 30th, that we have to take the test by. So if there's anything going on those 3 days, check with your parents right now, look at your calendars, put these dates on your calendar. September 20, 21, and 22, right? Check now to make sure you're going to be here. The best way to do it is the first time through. All right, in your essay, you're going to write 1 essay using at least 2 to 3 different articles to cite. You have to have at least 2 or they don't even score your paper. So you got to have at least 2. Mrs. Huff is going to come in and talk about this more with you, but these are just the top hits, overviews that I want you to know. In reading, you're going to encounter lots of different types. Some of them are fill-in. They're very similar to the quill things we've been using. Some of them are. Some of them are going to be multiple choice. Pardon me. Some are going to be matching. Some are going to be graphic organizers where you drag and pull and drop. You usually have at least 1 that is a listening. You listen to it as many times as you want. I would say a minimum of 5 times for the There we go, for the listening. What do you do if you get tired? You eat a peppermint. Peppermint literally sparks your brain and wakes your brain up. These energy drinks, that is, I know you like them, guys, but that is not going to help you on a test day. You go up and then you crash down. It doesn't do what we want to do with our brain. The peppermint continues to keep that brain at a high working level. Spots around the room. Now, um, I have not taken a shower and gotten fixed up, so I'm going to show you, but don't look at me. Don't look at me. Like I said in one of the other videos, right? All right. Spots around the room is this: A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. You're moving your eyes in 4 different spots. You pick however you want to do that. Now, you don't want to do it more than like 20 or 30 seconds because then it's going to make your eyes tired. That does things. It's like stretching your muscles in your eye and in your brain. That's the big deal, to get that brain woke up. Don't fall asleep. Tell yourself that. Ooh, excuse me. So that's spots around the room. Stretch in your own spot. Just do this. If you need to get up and walk around just for a second, especially if you're in a bigger lab like the media center, please do that. Go to the bathroom, get up and go. Even if you don't really go to the bathroom, get up, go touch the wall and come back. Just something to kind of get your blood flowing again. If you really truly are having a hard time staying awake, get a wet paper towel or splash water in your face. Wake yourself up. Remind yourself that this is important. This means walking across the stage. Get over it and just do it. That's your last tip on that one. I don't like taking computer tests or tests on the computer. I hear that all the time. You can choose your own background color. Please do that in the beginning. You can use your paper. In fact, I really, really want to tell you to use your paper. Make your pros and cons list. If it's an argumentative, what are the pros of this if this were this side, or the cons if this were this side, to help you decide which side you're going to take. In an argumentative, you have to take a side. You can't say, well, I think it'd be great if we did this, but then you could do this. You do have to acknowledge the other side, that the other side has validity, but you have to say, but they're wrong, right? Mrs. Huff will go over that more with you. Use your paper for your to take notes, and I say use the boxes, and you'll get a video on that showing you how to use the boxes more so that you understand clearly what they're asking, and then you eliminate the wrong answers and hopefully come up with the correct answer at the end. Ask for more paper. If you use up all that paper, your CBT worksheet, as they call it. Honestly, I think I could read those directions with my eyes closed and never even look at them. But your CBT worksheet, ask for more. There's nothing wrong with that. Please do that. Use the highlighter on your computer. See if that helps you. You need to engage, as much as possible with this test so that you do better on it. The goal is to get as many correct and to write the best paper you possibly can. All right. When you're writing, you must have a clear claim. If you don't have a claim, you don't have a paper. It's got to be clear, it's got to be concise, and it has to match the prompt. You'll be hearing more about that, but those are 3 things that have to happen. Sandwich, in other words, just include somewhere your claim in some specific spots, your claim in your intro, in your conclusion, and every body part or body paragraph. You must refer to your claim in each and every paragraph. Now, do you repeat exactly the same line? No, you use it in different words. You lightly refer to it, or you just say, because we are da-da-da, we can't say we, but because whatever happens, Mrs. Huff will help you through that. But just know that you need to refer to your claim in every single paragraph. Memorize the framework. You're going to hear more about that as well. That is an excellent thing to just flat out memorize, unless you already, like say you got a 6, 7, 8 last time and you already have something else that's going on. Use what you know. Use what your English teachers taught you, especially if you've had Mrs. Calvert or Mrs. Huff. They have this totally under control, and if you did it the way they taught you, please do it that way. If you're lost and you're not really sure what to do, your fallback is going to be this framework. It is the bare minimum. You have to have certain things in the paper And the framework is going to let you do that. As soon as you sit down and you get that CBT worksheet, my suggestion is write it down right then. Have the framework in front of you and then tick it off, check it off. Oh, I did this, I did this, I did this. If you do that, you absolutely will have a good paper. For your paper to be scored, you must have at least 2 sources. They're going to give you anywhere from 2 to 5 different sources or things to read, right? You have to source from 2 of them. You can't source from one and get a paper scored. It just doesn't happen. You have to do at least 2. 3 or more is better. They want you to do the majority of the paragraphs. All right. Each source must be cited. Cited, if your English teacher has taught you how to do it correctly with the paragraph and line numbers, please do it that way. But if you're lost and you're not sure how to do it, then make sure you have at least the author and the title of the paper. Mrs. Huff will talk you through that as well. More citing than just those 2 bare minimum is only going to get you more points. So that's great. If it is an argumentative paper, you have to share the opposite side, or at least acknowledge that they might have a point. I'm so sorry I'm not with you because I have a good example that I like to do on this, but Mrs. Huff will walk you through that. You have to have a counterclaim. You have to at least acknowledge, well, I can see how the other people think that, but they're wrong. She'll explain that more. Your paper must also end with a call to action if it's a argumentative or a thought-provoking line. And she'll talk to you about that if it's just explanatory. All right. In the reading, make sure that you go ahead and change the color, the font size, and the pointer. And this goes for all 3 days. In the beginning, make it comfortable for you. I'll give you the site and how to go in there and play with it so you know what's comfortable for you. That'll be another assignment. Check your answers on the part A and B. Those are set up to trick you. Let's not let them do that, right? They should match and not contradict each other. Like you can't have your answer A that says, oh, it's a bright, sunshiny day, and then your B answer B, and the snow was so high I could hardly walk through it. Those contradict each other. So you have to make sure that they don't butt heads. Think of it that way. Remember that some answers may be no change. I know that makes some of us nervous, but there will be some that will be no change. Make sure you have some answers, or you may have some answers left over in a graphic organizer. Okay, they're going to give you bunches of answers and you have to pull them and put them in different places, drag and put. It makes us think, oh, I have to use them all. If they don't apply, you do not have to use them all. On the listing portion, please know you can listen multiple times. I just referred to that on the last slide. I personally say a minimum of 5 times. Listen to it a minimum of 5 times. You listen to it once, you listen to it the second time for clarity, then you go read your questions. And then you go back and reread, re-listen to the parts that you know. Do that a couple of times with lots of questions. And then at the end, go listen to it one more time as you're going over your answers at the same time. I would say a minimum of 5 times. Please, guys, this is so, so important. You've got to give your best effort to this test. Take your time, 90 minutes. That's an hour and a half. That's a long time when you're completing the FSA reading section. People finish it sometimes in 15 or 20 minutes and they don't pass. So please take advantage of this time. You're on school business, at least 90 minutes. Please use that time. You're out of class. It's okay. Your teachers know this is what you're doing. Please take the time that you need to do great on this test. All right. This is a slide that I left in here and I wish it were true, but I think it will be true. You're going to do this without me. All right. Number one, you do have to believe in yourself. Do the things that Mrs. Huff is going to be working with you and the assignments that I send. I'll be sending an achieve story every single day for the next 2 weeks so that you have lots and lots of practice every single school day. Please do them. You're going to get a 0 if you don't. Do them with fidelity. I know I keep saying that. That word means try hard. Do your very best. Give it your absolute attention. Take care of business. If you're getting, say, 88 or 100 on these achieves, you're going to do well on this FSA. So continue to work hard on these. So you will have worked hard on these skills. Remember what we've learned in class. The things that are going to be coming up in the next 2 weeks are going to be very important for you. And have confidence. Tell yourself you are going to pass this test. You absolutely need to get a good night's rest, and you need to eat breakfast. Your brain does not function well when it's tired and when it's hungry. If you want to bring some snacks, that is completely fine. Bring them in a Ziploc bag so that we can see, and put it on top of your book bag. You can't go back in your book bag. The other thing is, please turn your phones off and put them in your book bag. You don't want to get this test invalidated because you were a bonehead and had your phone in your pocket, right? Please take care of that. Positive vibes all the way on these test days. Know that I believe in you. You need to believe in yourself. If you ride to school with somebody who ticks you off in the morning and it makes you start your day out wrong, don't ride to school with them these 3 days. Get another ride. Get on the bus this week. Ride by yourself. Whatever you need to do to have positive vibes on this test day. Do your best. Remember September 20, 21, and 22. I'm going to post this video, and then there'll be Kahoots right underneath there. I can only do 50 per one. So if one says it's full, just go to the next link. I'll post like maybe at least 4 links so that you have plenty. You only have to do one of them. But if you log in and it says you can't do this Kahoot, don't say, I can't do it. No, go to the link below until you get a link that you know is going to work. If that's a problem, let me know. I can post another one, but that we only have 170 students, so 200 should be fine. Have a great day. Thank you for giving me your attention on this. I miss you guys. Do your best.